I'm Rob Stapleton for your Alaska Aviation Link. We're here at the Palmer Flight Service Station where we're going to talk to Marshall Severson about how pilots can help predict weather.
FAA flight service stations are remote centers that give local weather and outlook reports to pilots both on the phone and via radio.
A PIREP is short for Pilot Weather Report, and that's a report provided by pilots on the phenomena that they encounter, like weather, ceilings visibilities, turbulence, icing, and also things like braking action.
Due to a downturn in voluntary pilot weather reports in the past, these flight service stations are now asking pilots to report unusual weather and even smooth as silk flights as PIREPs.
The Alaska Flight Services became aware that we were not getting as many pilot reports or processing as many pilot reports back in 2014. Between 2010 and 2013, we had lost about 32% of our productivity. What Flight Service has done in conjunction and collaboration with the Air Traffic Controller Association, the Safety Foundation, Alaska Airmen, AOPA, is basically reach out and work to increase the number of pilot weather reports available so that pilots can make good go, no-go decisions.
Pilot report, it's clear and smooth here. We're showing a temperature right at 0, and otherwise clear and smooth.
Weather observers are on the ground. Our satellites are up high, but to experience what's going on from takeoff to landing, we need that validation based on what only the pilots can tell them, so that all the other pilots out there who need that information will have it through our flight service personnel who can brief them on it. We have over 200 frequency outlets available in the state, so we try to cover the state with radios. So we do encourage the pilots to provide these reports. We get them in the system. Pilots can also file these pilot weather reports via radio with air traffic control towers in the state, as well as with our Air Route Traffic Control Center.
PIREPs are important to both pilots while flying and passengers who will hear the bell to fasten their seatbelt on commercial airline flights.
It all comes down to sharing the information. It affects all users of aircraft transportation, including passengers. When a passenger on a commercial flight hears a commercial pilot tell them buckle up for the next 30 miles, but then things will become smooth. A lot of times that's based on a pilot report of someone who has been through that area. Very valuable information, and for the most part the only way that comes through is via pilots taking that initiative and making that report.
So we've learned a lot about PIREPs, which are pilot reports, from Marshall Severson. So pilots, remember to file weather reports while you're flying so that you can help other pilots. I'm Rob Stapleton for your Alaska Aviation Link.